You're rolling whenever you get.
Hey, I'll have you say your name, your position at the company.
My name is Henrik Eskilsson. I am CEO and a co-founder of Tobii.
So, how long has Tobii been on this path of creating eye tracking hardware and software solutions? I'm curious. But we've been interviewing you folks at CES for several years. How long has this process been going on for in development and conceptualizing?
Yeah, so Tobii was actually started about 18 years ago. So that's when we started doing eye tracking, and I was one of the founders. We started as a real small-scale garage startup. And since then, we've been exploring all these different use cases for eye tracking. It's really in the past 45 years that eye tracking is truly becoming applicable also to mass market applications and consumer devices in different forms.
Today here at CES 2020, you've shown us a lot of different things that can be done with your technology, from VR to medical applications, accessibility. Can you talk about how your company views bringing your technology to market and all the different partners, and how you say yes to things and how you don't say yes to everything? Because it seems like with such a technology that could be ubiquitous, it's something that it would be challenging to scale. So how have you been managing bringing on new products?
Yeah, as you say, eye tracking, it's such a fundamental capability. It enables any device really to understand you as a user. And when you think about that, it applies to all kinds of devices, all kinds of applications. But it also poses that challenge of, okay, how do we focus? How do we do this? And for us, one way to do this internally has been to create three very distinct divisions. One division, Tobii Dynavox, which is today the world leader in assistive technology solutions for communication. Tobii Pro, which is a world leader in eye tracking solutions for understanding behavior. And Tobii Tech, which is a world leader in supplying eye tracking technology to device manufacturers in PC, in VR, in a lot of medical devices that incorporate eye tracking into their products.
And another area that we've recently seen Tobii really making splashes in the video game scene is eSports. He talked about how eye tracking can add like a whole new way to watch and enjoy either a Twitch stream or the Overwatch League Championship or League of Legends. He talked about how interesting it is to see the tech be implemented for almost an analytics standpoint in esports.
Yeah, for instance, if you do game streaming or if you're watching a major esports broadcast that incorporates eye tracking, as the audience, you can actually see what the gamer is doing, what the gamer is thinking, how the gamer is processing information if the gamer has eye tracking on. And it really makes the game both much more interesting to watch, much more understandable. What we're doing upcoming now later in 2020 is we're taking this to the next level by introducing esports training with eye tracking together with partners like Mobalytics. So stay tuned for beta trials with Mobalytics and Tobii eye tracking.
And before we started the interview, you were telling us a story about a chess match that used your technology. Can you talk about how that you got into the minds of chess masters with your tech?
Yeah, no, we were of course incredibly excited about and quite successful in bringing eye tracking into different esports tournaments, and it's big tournaments, it's PUBG, it's Rainbow Six, etc. And then suddenly we find response that somebody found our technology and applied it to major chess tournaments. And they said, wow, this revolutionizes how you can actually do esports and audience experiences for chess. And obviously, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, because in a very simple way, with eye tracking, you can of course see what the player in a chess game, how they're contemplating different moves even before they're making the moves. And of course, that makes the audience experience much more interesting. I didn't see that one coming, but it's a fascinating use of the technology.
Yeah, it's funny that the same technology that makes the experience immersive in virtual reality, for instance, can be applied to a broadcast to make it immersive for the spectators. I didn't see that coming either.
No, and I think this is one of the most fascinating things with eye tracking. It spans such a rich area, from esports and in gaming to revolutionizing virtual reality, augmented reality, to a lot of very innovative applications in healthcare that really change lives for a lot of people. It really has all of these different applications.
We were talking also about a medical application, a tablet that you were partnered with to treat a specific eye disease. Can you talk about just how fascinating it is to see diseases and disorders being able to be treated with your technology?
Yeah, we had, it was actually one of the announcements that we made together with one of our partners here at CES, a partner called NovaSight, and they've developed a really revolutionary new method for treating what's called amblyopia or lazy eye using eye tracking. They're going through clinical trials right now, but it really has the opportunity to use eye tracking to revolutionize treatment for what is actually today the most common cause of blindness in people. And that's just one of many really innovative medical healthcare applications. Eye tracking can be used to diagnose or assess a lot of different conditions. It can also be used to improve interaction in things like robotic surgery and other kind of surgical procedures.
So I'm sure you have a bunch of irons in the fire. So I'm curious, what's next for this company? It seems like every year there's something brand new. So you're clearly working on something right now. What are those areas that you think where Tobii can really make a splash in the near future? Or is it continuing this plan that you already have in place?
I think that our vision very much is we see eye tracking truly becoming ubiquitous. It's one of these profound capabilities that I think sort of our kids, or maybe not even our kids, even ourselves just 5 years from now will see as obvious. Of course our devices need to be able to understand us. So really driving eye tracking to ubiquity across all of these different areas, that's a lot of our focus. So obviously stay tuned for more news.
And just to hit gaming real quick again, you are inside some brand new Alienware laptops that are shipping now, right?
Yes, so we're actually, eye tracking is available across Dell's Alienware gaming laptop range, the entire range of their latest devices, the Area 51M, the Alienware M15 and M17.
And then there's that standalone device as well. It's a peripheral for PCs. How much does that cost?
So it's around a bit below $200. So that's available as a peripheral. You can get on Amazon or on TobiiGaming.com to experience eye tracking as a consumer at home and just attach it to any computer display.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.